talking to the hospital customer. So it looks like they were trying to get ahead while they were away for work and accidentally turned off the hospital customer. So that was responsible manager Craig Miller, so I'm going to say that's an Lentil fault, which is pretty unfortunate, so I don't know what's going to happen there. You guys probably know some of the guys more.
There was 2 customers that they thought were on this little section, so they swapped them over to the live side, the door knocking, but they didn't check it pit, which was tied to another area with those other customers, so
Yeah, right.
bloke's been banned from the network for 12 months.
Pretty shit.
Yep.
If you want it,
And the mapping was wrong, so that might have saved him from banned for life, I guess, because
Yeah.
that pit was meant to be open, but he didn't check it, so.
yeah. We'd like you guys to take the initiative, but if you're going to do something like this, just call it through. Like, we're happy to support, print maps, write LV sheets, we can email, all sorts of stuff. So if you ever want to get ahead, just let us know, because this could have been avoided potentially if they just called it through. I don't know, it's hard to.
I thought the days of like door knocking to turn people off were over.
No, you're allowed to.
Yeah.
Within certain circumstances, so, but it's risky. As you can see, is it worth it? I don't know.
So was the last customer notified? Like,
No.
they weren't contacted?
No.
Is it 20,000
But not even door.
fine?
It's a big fine.
For some?
What is the fine, Lodge, for the
$100
hospital
for
customer?
I reckon the fine for that was close to 70 grand,
Yeah.
which I thought was actually, I thought it was more than that.
Yeah.
I'm very Christmas too, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, pretty bad. Feel sorry for those guys, because we've been involved, probably everyone here with people that have done stuff like that. You know what they're going through. Near misses, so gas torch. I've still got the suggestions from last week, what's come through. So working through crib breaks, TSW6 confirmed, so these are the suggestions that were put up by you guys. TSW6 confirmed the work's going to go over and discuss with the crews, have a discussion on site, leaders make the call and look after your mates. If you're on a job, think you got to work through the breaks, just raise it. We're trying to avoid that. As you guys seen last Christmas, we were just smashed. This Christmas a lot better, in my opinion. Tree trimming one of the night jobs, that still needs to be investigated. Property damage, this was the lunchbox that was run over. Check surrounding before moving any vehicle. Put your bag in a safer place and better communication. Incorrect tie down method, I believe this is the gas bottle. So use correct tie downs and see TSW6 with correct tie downs. If you need straps, see also Bruce, Greenie, anyone in here should be able to find some straps. And you can be window shattered. That was Jimmy's ute, it was broken into and it was twisted to get it closed, it just shattered, tag out you if it's damaged. That one's a bit hard, I think they were trying to get it closed, take it out and get repaired and it just broke on them. So we've got some new ones, if you've got any suggestions, speak up. Gas torch leak, so while he shrieked and the torch handle started leaking, he was holding a fire on the handle. It was promptly dropped and the gas turned off. So the suggestion on this one, well not a suggestion, just said it was handled well. Do you guys have any feedback on those gas torches? Do they leak?
I've never seen that happen. Was that him?
Aaron, yeah.
Yeah, it was just gas, it was just heat shrinking. And I think there's a swivel inside the handle,
Yep.
and it just like started leaking and it shot up towards him. But yeah, I've never seen that.
Did it just come loose or?
I think so, yeah. Just after like probably swiveling it like for ages and
Yeah, right.
just slowly wound. But I've never seen it. I didn't know you could undo it.
No, I don't think you could,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's weird.
Maybe guys just have a look at yours, make sure there's no wear or damage. You can get them replaced if we need to. So no suggestions on that, just maybe inspections, maybe we'll put down inspect. Yeah.
It's hard to tell to a phone, really.
Exactly, yeah.
We didn't smell gas, it just went.
Yeah.
It's not like it was leaking slowly, it just all of a sudden went, so.
Shit, that's lucky.
Yeah.
There's a heap of new gas
Oh, is it?
torches coming.
Yeah,
Yep,
cool.
brand new ones for every truck, so.
Oh, sweet, so that might get rid of that problem. Poor Albanese, car rolled into his work ute. He's pretty unlucky lately, shouldn't laugh. His work ute was parked at CITC Training Centre. Another person's car had rolled back into his work ute because the handbrake was left off. He took the personal details and pulled on the mark. There's not really much we can suggest there. If somebody else leaves their handbrake off and reverses
I
into your
walked
car.
into the car park, the car was against the ute, and I said, yeah, have an easy, there's a car racing against you, it was just sitting there, like,
Yeah.
no one around.
So, I don't know, there's no real suggestions you can do there. That was somebody else's complete fault.
Go around to everyone's.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm sure you guys have heard about the Canina project coming up. Wallaroo, we need pretty much everyone to go. So Cam sent out an email, I'll read it. We've been recently successful with a large project with Dina for efficiencies in removing travel days. We've quoted this so that 24 TSWs will be required to work away for 2 nights. An additional 4 of those will be required to stay an additional 2 nights, the G&B guys. Crane driver and truck control is also required for the 4. So everyone besides one cable box crew are required to participate in this. We plan to put on a big barbecue on the 1st of March, as this will be the bigger day. Dates are the 1st of the 3rd to the 3rd of the 3rd. The additional days will require 4 TSWs on leave to leave on Monday the 28th of the 2nd and return the 4th of the 3rd. Try to keep these days free. No leave will be approved. If you have any questions or concerns, let Cam know. And he thanks the team and looks forward to the successful delivery of this project. So if you've got any issues with that, raise them as soon as possible. So, shouldn't be too bad, just a couple of nights in Kadina on Waterloo, it's in a nice spot. But yeah, let Cam know. Hey, Waterloo pub, yeah. Yeah, tell him you're not interested in that barbecue, you want a snizzle of the pub.
Ribeyes.
A couple of ribeyes. Safety alert, so hand laceration. Recently, a Metro depot crew will undertake planned maintenance to change a HV cross arm. The 2 workers were in EWP on opposite sides of the HV cross arm. While assisting the worker was removing the HV cross arm from the extension piece, the injured worker pushed through the corroded king bolt, which became stuck, so he pushed through. When the cross arm was free and being lowered, the HV insulator above forced the injured worker's hand onto the corner of the extension piece, lacerating the hand. So it looks like he's taken it off and squished his hand and cut it. Injured worker was given first aid at the site before taken to hospital. Impact, the worker sustained a laceration of the palm of their left hand, which required stitches. So he was wearing riggers gloves as well. So everybody knows insulators are sharp, cross arms are sharp, extension pieces are sharp, everything's sharp up there. We'll cut, we've all been cut, pretty sure. Everyone's cut their hand on something. So just be careful, communicate, work well with the guy in the bucket.
So he had gloves on.
Yeah,
so
went through the gloves and everything.
managed to get stitches with gloves on, so it must be
pretty
pretty
bad.
heavy.
Let's cut it with scissors after.
It's not what you want running into Christmas. Fleet bulletin, so EWP turret pin. Do you guys remember the GMJ issue with the pin that came out, I don't know, a few months ago? People that have GMJ buckets are probably aware. Fleet management in consultation with GMJ concluded the cause of the issue was an error in the pin heat treatment process that led to a substandard weld of the pin retainer in the pin. These pins are manufactured in batches of which Sapin owned 5 units potentially affected by this defect. These units were removed from service and under advice of GMJ, a professional crack tester was engaged to check the welds on each potential affected pin. While no incident had occurred on these machines, defects were found in 3 of the pins, so that's pretty high. These pins have been removed and replaced with new pins. Additional to these actions, and they found that this defect was limited to the single batch of pins. Fleet has selected a range of GMJ EWPs built across various years and batches and performed professional crack testing. Of these additional machines, no defects were found. While this is a positive result regarding the impact of the wider GMJ fleet, as a precautionary measure, fleet management will be expanding these checks to all GMJ EWPs. So keep an eye on that pin if you've got a GMJ. You know the big main pin? It was sitting in here. I believe it was that one, wasn't it? You guys?
Just on.
Was it this one? I think it was this one, wasn't it?
I can't remember exactly what one.
Was it the bottom one?
Yeah.
One of these
The
anyway.
main ones.
Yeah, it's one of the main pins, so just keep an eye on them. But that's all I've got this week. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about? Running Christmas?
Yesterday there was one of the magnetic levels pulled out of the bin. It has been damaged, but there's been no report put in for it. It's a $70 tool just thrown in the bin for no reason. And there was a shifter I found on a load switch just sitting out there. Dave's got his eyes on that
What
shifter.
colour?
It's just steel shifter.
Did you lose your
Dave's got his,
Soon to the next
So
colour.
this is pretty unique on that.
Dave's got his eyes on it, so you'll have to pay him.
Friday morning, $5 for barbecue. Bring it in.
What's that for?
Or we'll write you up in the fridge. Either way, we'll get your money.
Not going on the bus and not drinking.
Barbecue breakfast.
That's
$10 for you because you eat twice as much as everyone else.
Keeps whinging, it's going to be 15.
I'll
Like Reece said, we're cooking Barbie, so about $5, that money ends up on the bar, all paying for the bus anyway. So,
don't drink it on the bus.
you don't know?
So Friday, they've probably got meals and stuff at the
platters, so just behind Shane there's a platter menu. We spend about $300. We keep a couple of $100 back and buy more platters if we run out of food. So I've been there this week, checks good food.
Yeah.
It should be good. So just heaps pizzas, burgers and all sorts of
They
shit.
got a big screen for the cricket.
I don't know, we're in the beer garden. It's gonna be 37 as well, so
That mean Hawaiians shirt thing.
I like Hawaiian shirts. So it's gonna be a hot one. Yeah, I don't know about the
Tom's already
screen.
done
Alright, hopefully.
Yep.
That's the only shirts they make for fat guys these days, is Hawaiian ones.
Just shake shirts.
Just 10 Hawaiian shirts. Cool. Sweet as. Alright, have a good day. Alright, we'll find.